What's up, guys? This is the crypto market update. It's Wednesday, August 30th. It's 2:15 p.m. and we're going to dive straight into it. So right now we got the bond yields and it seems like they're coming down, trying to break the EMA ribbon. We have the trend line coming up like this. So we have it coming up from here to here, and we're getting basically close to testing it. So if I were to grab from this low, it touched it here, we came close to touching it here. This could have been like a deviation and we could drag it up like that, where we have more touch points like touch, touch, touch. And then we had the touches back here, the touch here. And right now we came down, touched it, and we bounced. We do have a gap up here. If we go down to like a 1 hour chart, you can see that there's a gap right up here around 4.2%. So we could come up there to fill it, or we could start to roll over here. But if we're looking at the higher time frames on the daily chart, we do have the momentum curling over and the blue's ready to cross above the pink, meaning we're flipping from bullish to bearish. So I do think the bond yields are going to cool off. I do think the dollar is gearing up to cool off as well too, because the moment we've been waiting for is that 4 hour chart, the TSI to go below the zero line, and we finally got it. So we finally got it as of yesterday. So we got the 4 hour TSI cross down below the zero line, exactly what we're looking for a dollar meltdown. Then if we go to the 12 hour chart, you can see that we're crossing down hard with the momentum. Those diving right now, you're seeing the dark red in the MACD. And then if we look up here, really it's just a matter of breaking the 102.58. We can break the 102.58, we're going to break the 12 hour 200 moving average, and then we'll flip the EMA ribbon from green to red. But what we're seeing so far is like the early kind of telltale sign that, yeah, we are rolling over. We broke the trend line from this low to there, and we drag it all the way up. We broke it on this candle, and we've had multiple candles confirming that we broke down. Like this one came up to try to get back above that median line in the void lines. We got rejected, and we came back down to touch the bottom of the void line band. And really, with this momentum curling over on the 12 hour chart, the 4 hour, if we can have the 12 hour now go below that zero line, it's a done deal. So at that point, when the 12 hour TSI goes below the zero line, that's when we're going to really have the dollar accelerate the meltdown. And that's when the cryptos will actually accelerate and pop up. Because back here on the 7th of July was when we had the TSI. Actually, if you go to the green line, that's the slower line. When we had the green line go below the zero line on the 10th of July, a couple days later, that's when we had the coins melt up. So really, we're waiting for that green line to go below the zero line for the dollar to melt down and for cryptos to really accelerate. Right now, we have the telltale sign that, yeah, it looks like the dollar has lost some momentum, because if we look here, when the green line got below the zero line on the 4 hour chart, back here is July 7th. So really, like waiting for the 12 hour green line to go below that zero line, that happened on the 13th. So about like 6 days later, and really the cryptos didn't really pop until like the 11th, the 12th, 13th. So we have our warning sign that, yeah, the dollar is rolling over. It's just a matter of now that 12 hour getting below the zero line to put the nail in the coffin. Then if we look at a stock market on the 1 day chart flashed that 1 day buy now signal. Last time that had flashed was back here in January 9th, 2023. And back here, I think it was around November, or it was like October. It called both bottoms back here after selling over here and buying right there. And then it told you to sell all up here, and then it just flashed a buy now, signaling that we have more upside. It's just a matter of us holding that 15,250 level. We wouldn't want to break back down below that. But as you can see, there's fear in the market. See the yellow there? Just like there was fear back here in March and back here in November. So all those signs are lining up, just like the past, that this is a dip that is going to continue higher. And that will result from the dollar coming down and the bond yields coming down, which are likely to be the case, as I just showed. Then if we look at Bitcoin had a nice pop yesterday in the Discord. And then in case you missed it announcements, let me pull that up. And then in case you missed it announcements, I had put a message saying that we're about to see a violent move. It was back here. It was the 28th, so 2 days ago at night. Said dollar's starting to curl over, gap down and fill the gap, and now starting to turn. I'm expecting a violent move within the next 24 hours, 48 hours max. And key things I'm watching, and those all panned out. So that was the 2 nights ago, and the morning after was when the Bitcoin or the grayscale beat the SEC in the case, and we had that nice pop up there. So that move played out as a violent move, and now we're coming back down, correcting a little bit, trying to gain up some more steam to be able to push on higher. If I were to say, if we go to the 4-hour chart, also, yet again, the Stargate signals crushing the bottoms and nailing the tops. I had made a video previously, before 2 days ago when I did that in the Discord, saying that we had flashed a huge signal on Bitcoin. That was that long entry signal, and that flashed at 26,000, and then a couple days later we popped up to 28K. So these signals, man, they work. And if you're a Stargate VIP and you don't know how to use them entirely, then hit me up on the side. We'll get you with a one-on-one to make sure that you know how to use these tools to the best of your ability, because they work. So we held the trend line up here. We had the long entry. We got the buy now flash, and now we're just coming back down. And right now we're trying to hold support on that 200-day moving average there. So solid signs that we're seeing. We have the TSI crossing up, stock RSI coming up too. If we look at the 12-hour chart, we had the cross ups here. Really, we're just waiting for that 12-hour TSI to get above the zero line and for the pink to cross above the blue. Once that happens, then Bitcoin is bottom. Bitcoin is bottom if that's the case. For right now, still remaining a little bit cautious because we could ultimately still roll over, but we have good signs right now, and all that's going to put the nail in the coffin and really tell me that Bitcoin is bottomed is that TSI getting above the zero line on the 12-hour, and then the pink getting through the blue on the 12-hour, and that will coincide with the 12-hour dollar rolling over and going below the zero line as well too. So all these things play into each other. So that's what I'm looking for there. Bitcoin dominance, if you go to the daily chart, it's trying to roll over here. We popped up right to that 50% mark. As I said, that was the line in the sand. We filled that gap right here. So 50% mark, yep, came right up to it with that Bitcoin pop yesterday. And I think we're going to get rejected here. We have the 50 moving average curling over. We have the EMA ribbon flip from green to red. And we have some positive signs right now. And then the total market cap for all of crypto, we go to the daily chart, popped up to that 200 moving average, came back down, and we could go down a little more. We could come all the way down to 1.05 trillion and still remain bullish. And it looks like this correction back over here, you know, we had the kind of, if I pull it up, same similar structure of coming down once, popping up, coming down again, popping up, coming down once, popping up, coming down again, popping up, going sideways, and then a pop, going sideways, and a pop with the vertical blue buy now. And then we have the vertical blue buy now. And really it's just a matter of we can get back above these moving averages here, then it's the seal of the deal. So I'm looking to get back above 1.13 trillion. Actually, really if we can get back above here, 1.16 trillion, that's going to be the seal of the deal, as all this resistance is crushed right through. See the volume bars and the fib overlap zone. If we can get right up here, hold that support, then we're going to start flying. So that's what I'm looking for, and really for us to hold these levels of where we're at right now, around 1.05 trillion, for us to hold, 1.044, where this big volume bar is. Then if we look at the altcoin market cap, we go to the daily chart, I'm watching this as a potential scenario of us popping up here. So I think we could pop up, get over this trend line. We found a rejection from it yesterday. So rejection right now, coming down to retest this breakout. If we go to the 12-hour chart, you can see it a little better. So if I go to the horizontal line here, we had like an inverse head and shoulders breakout. So shoulder, head, shoulder, breakout, come down, retest the neckline, and then we can start to come back up and pop up here. So getting above that 336 billion is going to be key for us to head up higher in the altcoins. Then if we look at the XRP, we had that long entry tag flash from the 7G star G8 signals flash at 48 cents. I called that out a week ago when I was in Florida. We finally got the vertical blue buy now as of yesterday, coming back down, retesting the 200 moving average as support, and this trend line breakout right here. So it's starting to look clear as day. You know, we had the rejection, breakout, come back down, retest as support, and you'll always see that happen. You know, when you break out, you'll come back down to retest, and waiting for that retest is always the smart decision. And we came down, I think we tested that 786. So 6-hour chart, you can see it a little better. We had the calling up, pop, back up, come back down, and now we're holding that 50 moving average, the green moving average there on the 6-hour chart as support. So really it's key for us to hold 52 cents flat. I want to see us hold 52 cents flat, and for us not to break down below 51 cents and definitely not below 50 cents. 50 cents are our rock solid support, and we got to hold above it. If we don't, then we could come down to 38 cents, 36 cents, and I will be buying massively there, because that will be probably the last time you'll be able to get it there. So that's what I'm watching there. And on the 3-day chart, we have got above the 200 moving averages. We flipped the EMA ribbon to green. Price action is above, and the EMA ribbons are through the 200 moving averages, which is the telltale sign that XRP is in bullish market structure. Higher highs, higher lows. Just like back here when we flipped the bearish market structure, we had the EMA ribbon flip from green to red, cut down through the 200 moving average. Price action was below the moving averages and the 200 moving average in the EMA ribbon, and that's when we tanked. And now we're seeing the other side of it happen right now, where we're actually flipping to bullish market structure, and we're going to rip up. And as you can see on the 3-day chart, we had the white come in on the MACD, just like back here right before we popped up. And just when the white came in here, that was our bottom. And then back here, that was our bottom. So like we have positive signs right now that the bottom's in for XRP, a lot of telltale signs. But really, we need to see those market drivers pan out in the way that we want it. Then XLM on the 1-day chart holding critical support. As you can see, we have the fib overlap zone. We have a lot of volume here traded. And then we came down to retest the 786. We had the low to the high, back down 786 right on that fib overlap zone. We retested a critical support level, which was previous resistance, come back down to support. And really, XLM, if we were to break this trend line, which I think we did yesterday, but we came back down. So we had a confirmed breakout. We had the trend line rejection, calling up. We had the pop up, came back down to hold that support to confirm it. And really, if XLM can get back above 13.5 cents, and 14 cents would be even better, then that would confirm to me that more upsides in order. And we have the 1-day prepare to buy soon, just waiting for that 1-day buy now signal. The 1-day buy now signal that came back here in June was at 8 cents, and then we rallied up to like 18 cents. So that's positive there. And then to finish it off with HBAR. So HBAR right now is on a critical support zone. You can see this big volume bar right there. So like I'd really want to see HBAR hold 5 cents flat at the very lowest. But you can see on the 1-day chart, the MACD really selling off, and we have this bigger spike right here. So we could be close to seeing the bottom end on HBAR, but we need to see an immediate pop up. So this 1-day TSI doesn't go, the green line doesn't go through the 0 line. It's fine if the red does, but really looking for that 12-hour TSI to cross up hard here. So then we can see the 1-day save itself, and then HBAR will have a massive bounce. And we have this trend line coming down on HBAR like this. If we can get back above 5.5 cents, hold that support, then we're good to go back up here to around 6 cents and even 6.5 cents to then give 7 cents a retry. And I think if we break above 7 cents, we can go to 12 cents very quickly. So that's the market update, guys. It's been a pretty boring summer, or past 30 to 40 days for crypto. It's kind of been wrapped up in the macro headwinds, but I think we're getting out of the woods here, and we now have the volatility in. We have a lot of narrative events that could pan out with a SC Bitcoin ETF approval. We have the blue moon coming up. We have a ton of things coming up, so I'm ready to get after it. And if you are too, leave a like and a comment and join the Discord. Link is in the bio, and I will see you guys over there and in the next video.